Today is the Presidential Golf Challenge Day. The whole idea is about raising money for Jacob Zuma RDP Trust, which is an educational trust aimed at helping the poor and the kids who come from very disadvantaged families.
This year it's a fifth installment of Cell-C's partnership with the Jacob Zuma Education Trust. Therefore, our continued participation with government is to really play our part as a corporate in contributing to education. In particular, if you look at the target market of the trust, is those in the rural areas, the disadvantaged communities. Education in that area uplifts not only the individual who gets educated, but the whole family as well.
After this thing came after I've seen the learners chanting, fees must fall, I understand their frustration. They don't have money, his parents have got no money. But I am there at the corner as a business person, saying I must help the country, I must help the kids to study further. That's why I'm sponsoring the money for that, for this foundation.
The environment has changed, the CSI space has changed, and to a greater extent, the multi-year programs such as these ones, funding continuously, are the programs that are going to sustain, and we'll be able to measure and see the impact after some time. So we find it speaks to our focus as the Eskom Development Foundation. We, in future, will be receiving some of the recipients of this funding as our employees going forward. So it also assists from a pipeline point of view.
Because as you know, the President is very passionate about the whole notion of education, that every child should be able to get education. So as Transnet, we thought that it's important that we participate in this. It's a very noble objective that they have.
This is part of the fundraising that the President could utilize whatever that has come in to a charity of one kind or the other. We decided to use education in the May, and therefore this is absolutely important. Whilst it makes us to come together after the State of the Nation address, but it also helps that we are able to help the needy children who need to be funded in their studies, etc.
In fact, this event contributes almost 50% of our annual budget, and it actually happens at the right time when the schools and universities have just reopened, and the demand to take these kids to universities is much greater. Therefore, after this event, we have an opportunity to go out and pay those institutions and then raise more resources for the remainder of the year. As we know, over the 6-year period, we've been able to educate 8,844 students directly from the resources of this event.
But after I've graduated, I've been worked so many law firms. I've gained income. I have my own place where I can say I'm staying. Before I was staying with the parents, but now I'm staying on my own. I'm living on my own and my children, and I can take my children to school whenever school I want to take them, and then I can also be the head of the family now because I can provide for the family.
It was very difficult for me during my first year because I did not have any funding for my fees, but I never gave up regardless. So I continued on applying, and only in my second year, that's when I got it. I am happy that I am with the Jacob Zuma Fund because it offers me a peace of mind knowing that my tuition and everything are taken care of. I'm also grateful because I believe I would have still been stuck, with that, what can I say, with a lot of stress, not knowing where my next meal is going to come from or who is going to pay for my books and everything. So I'm very much happy, and I'm also relieved by the Jacob Zuma Trust Fund.
It was really hard realizing that it's like I failed most of my modules before the trust, because I was traveling, I had to study, and it was really far. Library was always full, so yeah. Then I think I got the trust in April, I think it was in May, after the first recess. Then I got into RES. Then there was a dramatic change in my results. I passed most of my modules. Then when it came to exams, I passed all my modules. It was really exciting for me. So there was a dramatic change in my results.